Hey, it's senseless sense. Remember that sound? Remember how educating, how inviting, how fun, and how family timing it was? You remember? I'm sure you remember. Telling kids today that we had fun with that program would only sound like a myth to them because they may not understand, especially when they are surrounded with so much immoral content today. What we knew as children materials growing up that informed our sense of reasoning and our sense of decision making as adults today was the moral virtues and ethics that was enshrined in discipline told in those wonderful and educating stories. Today, our kids are exposed. They are very exposed to all forms of immoral content, especially in our audiovisuals. What they hear and what they see only sell nudity to them. Funny enough, some parents actually sit down with their kids to consume these programs that have eventually become our street anthems and street cliches. From those programs, the kids have learned prostitution, our kids have learned hooliganism, our kids have become cultists, right? Because there's somewhere in the Bible, I'm a Christian, there's somewhere in the Bible that talks about faith cometh by hearing and hearing alone. So whatever you hear, whatever you allow into your spirit man becomes part of you. Somewhere also in the Bible, I think in Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6, it says, train a child in the way he or she should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. So there's a certain level of a child's life that he or she gets to that makes them fixed to whatever had formulated their early life. So it's quite pathetic seeing that our society is gradually decaying and some of our parents are actually contributing to this menace. I think myself and some of my friends were seated somewhere and then we saw a college girl that was passing, putting on some things on her body that was sending a very wrong signal, even though she was on her school uniform, and we had to call her to correct that, and immediately she pulled it off and thanked us and promised never to put it on. You wouldn't want to blame her. The fact is that she had watched it on the television, she had heard her friends probably talk about it, and then it doesn't matter anymore what anybody does. Everybody's just left on their own to do things anyhow this day. Now, what I would want to use this opportunity to do is to plead with all playwrights across the world, especially if you are Nigerian. Please, can we return programs like Tales by Moonlight back to our screens? Those programs that taught us morals, that taught the girls how to become virtuous women and the boys how to become responsible men. Can we return those programs to our television? We also had programs, wonderful programs like Speak Out, where fundamental human rights of kids was eschewed, where they had the opportunity to air out their mind and to say whatever they want, or their dream society, what they would like to see in their dream society. Can we return those kind of programs? We had mathematics competitions, we have English competitions, and all whatnot, essay, debate, and all those kind of programs were running back in the days. I was watching an advert a few days ago. I ran into an advert of a cement company that used a lady to advertise the cement like she was holding a bag of cement with all her cleavages outside. So I asked myself, I was like, what is the correlation between a cement and a naked lady? A cement company is not a cosmetic company where you can even justify that, okay, she has to even reveal part of her body to show that the product she's advertising will actually work for you as a consumer. So what was the correlation between cement and a naked woman? That is how bad that the society had become. That is how decayed that our society had become. So we must start to talk about it, and we must actually start to act on it. Thank you very much. As we start acting, we can even start telling our children stories. We mustn't wait until Tales by Moonlight come back to our screens, or those other wonderful educating programs come to our screens anymore. We can actually formulate family time for storytelling. Children enjoy storytelling a lot, and you can infuse any material or any information that you feel will benefit them in life in those wonderful stories. Tell them about their cultural heritage. Sometimes we scarcely take our children home to even know their roots. So you can actually begin to tell them, this is how your village looks like. These are some of the things that inform my growing up as your parent. Do you understand? Tell them about the mistakes you've made in the past. Tell them how to go about it. That is what the Bible called guiding a child, training them. So by the time you keep telling them all these things, as they are growing, they will get to a point where they will never depart from it anymore. Thank you very much. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Please, if you like this content, like, share, subscribe, and even follow. Thank you. See you in our next video.